What's up, guys? Today we are going to be talking about deadlifts. The thing with any compound movement is that they are very technique based. So in this video, I'm going to take you step by step, give you cues on how to add weight to your deadlift. So the first thing you want to worry about with a deadlift is your setup. If your setup and your preparation for your lift is off, it's going to be hard to drive a lot of power that way. So the first thing that you want to focus on is walking yourself to the bar. You want to line yourself up with the bar. You don't want to line the bar up with you. So walk up to the bar and keep it close to your shins. So after you've walked up to the bar, your shins are touching the bar, you want to make sure that the bar is over the top of your foot. You want to keep it as close to you and your shins and the top of your foot as possible. The next thing we're going to talk about is your hand placement. You want your hands to be in line with your shoulders. Once you're here, you want to tuck your lats. Something that I was taught is you want to squeeze your shoulder blades back like you're trying to hide your armpits. So when I tell you to tuck your lats, hide your armpits, that's so you don't round your back during the lift. It's going to keep you tight, chest up, and strong. If you're not engaging your lats correctly, in the middle of the lift, your shoulders are going to cave and you're going to round your back. And you're not going to drive a lot of force from your back, right? You're going to drive a lot of force from hip momentum in your legs. So it should look like this, where you're squeezing. When you are squeezing your lats, it's going to force you to sink your hips a little bit. You want your hips to sit below your shoulders, but you don't want to go so far that you're squatting. So the next thing that's really, really, really important in hitting a big deadlift is how you brace. So you're already here in your setup. Shins are in line with the bar, hands under the shoulders, and you're squeezing. You guys have heard about this thing called bracing. And when people tell you to lift big, they tell you to stay tight, tighten your core. And for some people, what that means to them is drawing in their core, drawing in their belly button, but that's not what you want to do. What you want to do is push them out, push out on your abs. Something that helps me is thinking of that feeling right before you cough and your stomach gets tight and you feel like you're pushing out. That's the feeling you want to create. So you're here, you're set up, lats are tucked, hands are right under your shoulders, hips are sunk. You're going to take a big breath in, fill your lungs with air, and push out on your abs, just like you would as if you're about to cough. Okay, so the next step is actually getting the weight off the ground. So you've already prepped for the lift, you're tight, you took a big breath in, you're full of air, pushing your abs out. And the next thing you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna take the slack out of the bar. And what that means is you're pulling on the bar, not pulling with your upper body. Think of it more like an anchor. So you're pulling here, which is helping you drive force into your heels. That's what you want to focus on. The more force you can drive into your heels, the more powerful that you're going to be when you come up. And while you're pulling in this position, you're pulling from the bar, pushing on your heels. You don't want your hips to rise too fast. And what helps me with that is fighting with the bar at the bottom of the lift. So even though it might take longer, it might exert more energy, at the end of the day, it's going to help you get a stronger lift. So once you've gotten the bar off the ground, that's when you can push your hips in and lock out your knees. So it might look something like this. So I hope these little cues, these little tips can help you build a bigger deadlift. A lot of this may be common knowledge for some people and they're really not sure how to incorporate it into their training. So hopefully sometimes hearing it differently can help put it into perspective for you. So I hope this video helped and I hope you build a strong deadlift. If you liked this video and you found it helpful, subscribe, like, and leave a comment for what you guys want to see next.